President Trump spoke to a packed crowd at Mount Rushmore in South Dakota overnight. There was no social distancing and no masks required. Protesters railed against the president for what they saw as risky behavior in the midst of this pandemic. And ABC's Rachel Scott is on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., where the president in D.C. tonight will attend another large-scale event. Rachel, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning. Yes, 300,000 face coverings will be on hand tonight, but wearing it will be optional. The president hosting his third large-scale event in the last 2 weeks as health officials continue to warn against those big crowds, and another campaign official testing positive for COVID-19.
Overnight, fireworks and flyovers at Mount Rushmore. President Trump kicking off the 4th of July weekend, pushing back against weeks of protests that have toppled controversial statues and monuments.
Our nation is witnessing a merciless campaign to wipe out our history, defame our heroes, erase our values, and indoctrinate our children.
In the shadow of those famous presidential sculptures, the president said America's history is under attack.
This movement is openly attacking the legacies of every person on Mount Rushmore. This monument will never be desecrated.
But amid a national reckoning on race, the nation's ideals and principles are being questioned.
When you carve out, 4 white men who were colonizers, who committed genocide against indigenous people, and for that to be okay in society today is fundamentally wrong.
As Air Force One flew overhead, clashes with protesters on the ground. In the amphitheater, no social distancing. Thousands packed shoulder to shoulder, only inches apart. Many not wearing a mask. And minutes before the president took the stage to address the crowd, news that Trump campaign senior advisor and top fundraising official Kimberly Guilfoyle tested positive for COVID-19 in South Dakota. Guilfoyle is dating the president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., and regularly attends campaign events. Seen here 2 weeks ago at the Trump rally in Tulsa without a mask. In a statement, the campaign's fundraising committee says Guilfoyle is asymptomatic and was immediately isolated to limit any exposure, and as a precaution, will cancel all upcoming events. Adding Donald Trump Jr. was tested negative, but as a precaution is also self-isolating.
And Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle will be driving back to the East Coast from South Dakota. We are told neither have been in close or direct contact with the president, but this comes as a wave of Trump campaign staffers and Secret Service agents have tested positive for the virus following that rally in Tulsa. Whit.
And another big day in Washington. Rachel Scott for us. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.